Hello, hello. Good evening. It is Nemi Batstone here with another Facebook Live. I am coming to you live from my craft studio in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg. And the sun is shining really bright, so I've been spending the last 5 minutes trying to make sure I can see you all. So hopefully it's not too glary when we flip the camera over. So I'm just going to make sure that we are clear and loud. And as well, to remind you all to feel free to share, like, and comment. And if you're not here to watching live and you're catching the replay, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope tonight's card inspires you. Okay, I've got good sound, so I'm just gonna, expand, and we'll go like that. Okay, so sounds all good, everything's rolling. So today is Monday, which means it's another Global Design Project week. Every Monday, Global Design Project, or Global Designs, which features a bunch of our amazing Stampin' Up! Demonstrators who actually get chosen and then get to sketch or come up with the ideas as well as design them. So today, or this week, is a sketch challenge. And so today's Make It Monday is going to feature that. So I will flip the camera and we'll get started with a few reminders and then as well as jump into the design itself. Okay, so give me a second here and there. You get to see my messy craft room as well. It's so messy. Last Friday or Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We had team meeting because Friday I was supposed to go. Well, I did go to Rainbow Stage, but then we had technical difficulties, which was ironic and has never happened before. So then we ended up having to go again on Saturday. So team meeting was Thursday. Plus it's summer. So we gather on Thursdays now, and so that way everyone can go away to the cottage and or the cabin, or if they're on vacation, it's fine. But it was a lot of fun on Thursday too because it was also our April sales challenge by Stampin' Up. So we made a couple cards. I only managed to finish one because I was busy cleaning up and prepping. But thank you, Ashley, for cutting me all my pieces. But this was one of them, and it's actually a special pack of designer series paper that is the same as our country. I can't remember what it was called. Country something. Oh my goodness. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, it's probably sitting here somewhere. Um, and they gave it to us in the pinks colors. So I thought that was fun. Anyway, sidebar. Here's my code for the week or the month. And so anytime you order with me and you place through there, I can see it. And then each week you get the free kit on Wednesday. If it's a minimum of $45. And if it's 60 or more, then I throw in a free embellishment pack. But also, if you place an order of $60 minimum, it's bonus days, so we are halfway through the month. So don't forget, you get a $6 coupon to use in August. And if you are demonstrators, then you definitely want to make sure you get that order in this month so you can get money to buy or credits, coupons to pre-order for the mini fall catalog. So that's coming up. So, and if you're a customer, you get to still continue shopping in August. Um, and next as well, will be showcasing live. Now, this is on my YouTube page. The reason I do it on YouTube is because I have yet to be able to have the technology to live stream to both my YouTube and Facebook. And then it's a longer class or longer event, I should say. And so we start at 7 and we usually finish around 9. And we're making 4 cards. So I have created 4 fun folds, and in between each one, we play a round of bingo to win cash prizes. So it's $30, and you can sign up right up until July 18th. And if you can't make it and you still want the kit, then you definitely can just sign up because the video is always there for you. But you also get a colored tutorial, like you see here, digitally sent to you. And these are the 4 fun folds we're making. I usually just put the sneak peeks because then I like to save the rest as a surprise for you. Okay, and we are up to 16 people for Creative Fall Escape in September. Woohoo! Woo! And there's still quite a few regulars that haven't applied yet or registered yet. So we'll definitely hit that magic number of 24. And then if we get more, that's extra bonus, which would be fantastic. We are having a Thanksgiving feast because it's right before Thanksgiving and we're not getting together beforehand. We are doing card swap. We are having continental breakfasts every morning. There's coffee, tea, and water all weekend, and tons of inspiration from everybody. So if you haven't been to my retreat, you definitely want to check it out. Hello, Barb. Right? So retreats are fantastic, and Barb also creates designs, and you give that go in your welcome kit. So we give you like 6 to 8 projects in your welcome kit to inspire you and help you get out of that mojo funk that you might be having. And then, oh, you're at Hecla Island. Nice. Oh, I know a couple people that are out there. Unfortunately, you wouldn't know them, so I can't even tell you. Look for blah blah blah. So I hope you're having fun. Is the pool closed? I always hate it when the pool is closed. And last but not least, I've been putting all your names into the summer promo kit. So I have 6 ways you can earn prizes by the end of the summer. And these prizes are anywhere from embellishments to stamp sets to DSP. So you definitely want to sign up for that. And if you're part of my mailing list, it's always in there. Hi, Karen. You have pebbled path? Fantastic. I need 3 sheets. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll come pick it up tomorrow. Fantastic. I would do it tonight, but I may not have the energy to do it tonight. I am super tired. I stayed up late last night because the soccer match of Argentina and Colombia. Was it Colombia? I can't even remember anymore. It went into 2 overtime. I'm not sure if any of you seen it, but it was crazy. And so it was game delay because people were like rushing in and who don't have tickets. Sorry, I had to sip my water. And then they went into overtime. Oh my gosh, so I was so tired today. I was struggling. Okay. What about Garden Green? Oh yeah, Karen, do you have Garden Green? I would love some Garden Green. Although that is arriving any day now. I totally couldn't count. I don't know. I think these last 2 weeks have been crazy. I just, I've been losing my mind. I don't know what it is. Okay, so our global design project for the week, GDP 454. So I give these to my team too for challenges, and then their names get entered into our weekly meeting, and they win prizes. And it's kind of funny because I think at Thursday's meeting we're like, oh, Ashley and Christine won. Well, yeah, because they keep participating, so they got their name in there so many times. It was pretty much an easy win, I guess, maybe. I don't know, but it's also the luck of the draw, and it is a spin wheel. So today is a sketch challenge, and the sketch challenge is pretty basic, but I love these sketch challenges because you can go above and beyond, but as well, it's simple enough to whip together something that you'll really, really love. Kind of like um my bingo class. So Barb helps me cut, so that's why she's asking for all these colors because I apparently shorted her. So she's prepping the kits for all the bingo people, and when she saw the 4 designs of the fun fold, she's like, "Oh, these are great because they're easy to mass produce." And I was like, "Oh, I never thought of that. Thanks, Barb." And then this one too, really easy to mass produce and create. And my design, you could probably make 4. You could easily make 4 from 1 pack of designer series paper or 8 with 2 sheets of cardstock and 1 pack of designer series paper. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 if you do everything, but you know. Okay, so let's get started. We are using the Full of Life Sweet Collection. And this is my feature. So for on Mondays I always do a make it global designer series or global global project, global design project, GDP, yeah. Oh my goodness. With the featured stamp set or bundle of the week. And so it is this one. Now, the ribbon, the iridescent ribbon, and the beautiful embellishments, which is the faceted gems here, are unfortunately on back order. And the reason they're on back order too, I believe, is because of the fact that we needed this and the coordinating ribbon, which is here, for our April sales challenge. And there was over 10,000 demonstrators who met that challenge. And so obviously they all took all the stock that was needed and bought it for themselves to make sure they were prepped and ready for the class, the Zoom class on Thursday. So they are on back order, but they should be in soon. So hopefully they come in soon enough and you'll be able to play them because they are absolutely beautiful. We use them in our class, and in that card I just shared with you, you can see them glowing here, and they do sparkle really nice, but when you see them in the catalog, they're not as nice, but here on video and in person, huge difference. Okay, and da-da-da-da. Okay, so here's the beautiful dies that come with it, and I started tracing around my dies, so I now know where they return and go on here. And I started cutting some because I thought I was going to use this heart as my center, and that's these two. There's actually two dies here, one like this, and then you have the inner. But also note that this heart, and I'm sure you've probably seen a bunch of demonstrators use this already, but this heart doesn't close all the way. You see there's a gap there in between. So it's purposely done that way. And then it has these beautiful leaves as well that come with it. Now, I was going to use this for my project today, but when I started assembling, it didn't look as good. And then I cut it out of the designer series paper so that we could have some blending and everything going on without having to blend and use additional tools. So if you didn't have the tools, you can use designer series paper. But by the time I did my design, I was like, yeah, I don't like. So I had to switch it up. Okay. So I will make something with that anyway. So here's the beautiful designer series paper. It's super bold, super bright. Not everybody really likes bold and bright, so I hope you do. And I felt this is a fun project because I have so many birthdays coming up that I was like, I need to really get going here. I mean, I have a lot of other ones, but I really like the bright and boldness of this. Okay, so I'm going to twist it up a bit, just a little bit, so that you have options. But the card we're going to make, which features the designer series paper, and as well as the bundle. Get this out of the way for a second. Where am I going to put this? Um, is this one right here. So it's a fun fold that just flips up. And what I really like about it is the fact that you get two sides of the designer series paper. So I wanted to be able to show both sides. If you find that it's too flimsy and not your style, because designer series paper has less weight than cardstock, you can just cover this up if you wanted to, or you could do a full flap, which is, you're just doing 11 inches by whatever width, 3 inches, and score it at 5.5, and then put your paper over top if you wanted to. But I chose to go this route. Um, and as you can see, not a lot of ribbon or anything. I tried to use the ribbon, but it just didn't work out for me. But we use a lot more die pieces, so hopefully, and I was debating on color, so I haven't fully cut everything, so you get to cut along with me. Okay, so we're going to change it up a bit. We're still going to stick to the Granny Apple green, and then I embossed it using the Brick 3D because when I just did it plain, it looked kind of boring, but I didn't want anything with a lot of drama or pop in it because I really wanted these colors to stand out, and boy, do they ever. So I really like it. So let me know if you like bright or not. Okay, so this is our card base, and it's a piece of scrap, so it's not at the right measurement right now, and let's make sure it is at the right length. I am at 5.5, just maybe a hair, it should be a 5.5. So 5.5 by 4.25, so this is going to be your card base. Okay, and the reason I'm cutting it after is because sometimes when you emboss a piece, it shrinks a little, depending on the pattern. So because this does have a lot of jagged edges, I wanted to make sure I was true to 5.5 by 4.25. So I just cut it off after. And then you can save this and, reuse it with all those scraps you have sitting around like I do over here. So I'm going to put that in my scrap pile. Okay. And then when I was making this, I was like, oh, I forgot to use cling adhesive sheets. So we sell cling adhesive sheets at 6 by 12. Totally makes life easier when you're dealing with these little itty bitty stencils. And so I put a whole sheet on the back here. And I did cut out two. So what I like to do is I usually cut out two or three because then that gets you a good height, and it's a lot easier than using embellish or dimensionals on there, Pop Tarts, as we have now deemed it. So I was only going to do two, but then I realized I have room here for a third. So I'm just going to peel off this last piece so that's the back, and then you can see here that's the stickiness. So I'm going to put that down. So now I have this whole sticky part here. And I'm just sharing it with you right now so anybody that's a beginner knows how these sheets work. And then we're going to grab our die, and it should fit because this is just a piece of scrap, and I just cut it to 4 inches because I knew I needed two pieces. And then I'm just going to try and fit that. See, it fits nice. So I'm just going to grab some tape to hold that down, some repositionable tape or post-it tape. That's what I have here. And then I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Thanks, Christine. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. Oh. So yeah, so if anybody has garden green, I'm also looking for garden green. Too funny. I crack myself up. Although I should get that in the mail tomorrow, Barb, so it might be okay. Oh, Khalid, Joe, Khalid. Plus, I don't ship the kits out until the where's my plates? Oh yeah, they're right here. So the one thing I love about my bingo is the fact that I am going to mute my computer because, uh-oh, when this happens, everything goes, oh, it's still working. Awesome. Are you all still there? Yep. Sweet. Okay, so I've been having some technical difficulties the last few weeks. Um, every time messages pop up on my computer, for some reason, the screen freezes and then I can't see anyone's comments, but today it did not. Okay, so we've done two, we're doing three, and then that gives us height. And I'll show that to you there. So I'm just going to run it through a second time because if I do it that way, it'll bump everything and knock everything off my table. So I can't get the plates out and I'll drop stuff. Now, we're going to pull this off. Okay, so here's another thing. Not a big deal, but if you wanted to, this, I'll bring you back down. Bring you back down. I should have did that a little slower. Bringing you super close because I wanted to show you. Now this tape we can use again if it didn't cut through too much. We'll see. There is, pull that off so I can reuse it again. There is a little dot. We'll use my take your pick tool there for the eye. So if you are meticulous, you may want to keep that. I did keep my two. So my third one I need to keep, but I'm not going to concern myself. So there it is. This itty bitty little dot for the eye. Now, yeah, having fun trying to put that on, right? So I chose not to concern myself with that because it's way too small and have chosen to put an embellishment on there instead. So a gem. That's a shiny gem. So that's what I'm using for my eye. Oops. Okay, so we're just going to pop these out. And then you're going to need a fine tip glue or a silicone mat, whatever works easier for you. And I'll put this die back so I don't lose it. To glue those together. Now, I'm going to glue those together and then I'm going to, yeah, exactly. It's so much easier. Because, how do you get that little thing in there, right? Okay, that's going to go in the garbage now. Okay, So we're just going to peel the back now. Now there are lines in there, but good luck finding them. So that's the one thing I like is our sheets have lines. I can see it. It's right here. Oopsies. So I'm just trying to lift it up. Okay, maybe it isn't there, but I see one. Okay, maybe it's not there. I always like to cross that line so, oh, could be that one. So that I can easily catch the other half. So, okay, maybe it wasn't there. So it's obviously nice and sticky. So using that cling adhesive turns it into a nice sticker. And then we're just going to layer these on top. So I'm just doing a few letters at a time so that I don't get stuck and then stick or sticky on my fingers. And it's very pliable, so you get to move them around as much as you want. And I like to do this because it gives it more height. So you can add that dimension without putting dimensionals, and it's really hard to put dimensionals on this. Now, we also have foam adhesive sheets, but I don't like to use them on detailed words like this because it's too high, and then plus you see the white on the side. So this way you've got color all the way through and through. And I probably would only do this for those who are special who won't throw my card in the garbage. Okay, so pop that, pop that, pop that. Okay, so we'll get the third one on, and then we'll start. I'll show you how to build your card. I was making some scrapbook pages with this too. It's so bold and bright. I love it. Then I'm like, oh, I gotta save some of these for one of the kits. So one of our new kits, we have a travel kit and like a little journey scrapbook album kit. So I picked it up. I haven't had a chance to play with it, but I'm like, this is perfect for my kids' trip for Fargo when we just went for soccer. And we had to bring along two other, well, we didn't have to, we volunteered and we're more than willing to bring along two of Benjamin's soccer buddies. So we were a full loaded van going down to Fargo. There was like six of us in the car. And so, yeah, it was a handful, plus in the hotel room. So, and our room became the party room. No surprise there. So all the boys were in our room all the time, but thank goodness we were always gone. So we didn't have to sit there and one, smell their stinky soccerness, and two, watch them make a mess in the room or be crowded. So that was good. But they had a blast. So there's those eyes. I'm not going to keep those anyway. Okay, so now we have, so all three. So it's a little thicker as you can see. And on this one, I only used two, so I've got a little bit more foam height on there. Okay, so now I'm going to put that aside because I was debating. So on this one here, I put it on cardstock, but then I'm like thinking, well, what if we put it on vellum? Because then it kind of really gives it its own uniqueness. So that was another option. So I don't know. I couldn't decide. And as you see here, I used blueberry bushel, but I wanted to do another version in a more pinkish or purple color so we can compare the two. Okay, so yes, that's done. Okay, so this is our base. And then what we did was we took a piece of the 6x6 designer series paper. So you can pick any one of these, literally. I'll even show you this one. So that's kind of really nice tone. I wanted something that kind of just went down the page. And I love the rainbow colors of this one. And so because this is 6x6, I just cut this to 3 inches. So then that way you get two and you're not wasting any pieces whatsoever. You're literally not wasting any pieces. because this is 6 by 6 and a card is 5.5. So all we have to do is score it at the 1/2 inch. And then you can pick whichever end you want to score it at. So whichever end you want to lose less of. So I don't really need as much of that blue, but I really like the red, so I don't want to lose that. So we're going to score this at 1/2 inch, right? So then that way we still have our 5.5, and then we're 3 inches wide. Now it's designer series paper, so you don't have to press that hard because it's a lot thinner in weight. And then you have your other pattern on the other side. So that'll fit right here perfectly. And then if it doesn't, then we can just trim, but you can see it fits pretty good. So we can trim the bottom. Now, when I made this first card, I just used 1/2 or 1/4 inch strips. Now, if you're not very good at gluing those together, you can just take a 3 1/4 inch piece so that you get your evenness on either side and use that as your base, right? So then you don't have to worry about trying to get that perfect 1/2 inch and get glue all, or 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, I guess, on either side. And you can make it as thick as you want. Now I did try doing it wider, but I thought it was too much and too bold. Now this one's blue, but this one here we did berry burst. So we'll switch it up and go to berry burst. Now, I thought I had a piece sitting here. And I'm like, did I give all my berry burst to Barb? No. Okay. So I'm going to just grab a new piece because I'm like, wait, I don't need blue. I need berry burst. Okay, so 5.5. So I always like to, I always like to score my paper to the size I actually need, 5.5. So I can use this 1/2 for a card if I wanted to, or for cutting, and then I'm going to score at 4 1/4, because then I have card bases. I know, that sounds like a waste. So, there we go. And then now I have a card base. Now, this, what did I say? 3 1/4? Okay, I'm going to show you 3.5 first. So if you wanted a wider, I'll show you what 3.5 looks like. So you can save this for any sentiments. So if I was to do this at 3 1/4, this is how much you would see on either side. So you get a wider footprint, or sorry, that was 3.5, 3.5 inches wide. So now you can see, you get that. If you want more pink showing, then you can go 3.5 there. But I want less, so I'm going to cut that to 3 1/4. So then I only get an 1/8 on either side, rather than a 1/4. So then we get rid of that. So now when I put it on, I have a thinner line going on either side, which I personally like better. So it's really up to you, whatever your preference is, however you like to flow. So then my white piece just goes here inside, and that is just another 1/4 inch smaller. So this one is again 5.5, and just to clarify, it's 2 3/4. So now I purposely did this one at 2 3/4 because this is 3 inches wide, because I don't want any of that white showing on either side. So before I glue that down, I just want to stamp. So I probably don't need this anymore. So I'll just, excuse me for a second. I'm just going to put it away. There we go. Then we don't have to worry about it. Okay. So now I just have to worry about where I put my foam mat. Well, I can stamp on this anyway. My counter is pretty good. But, okay. So I did happy birthday friend. And then, so you can stamp on the inside, and I would, where did I put it? Oh yeah, I was cleaning up. So I stuck it in a new home, which is not ideal. Okay, so we're gonna do best wishes. And I thought we could do best wishes on the inside. And there's so many bright colors in here, right? So many, so many. So we're gonna grab that. And we're gonna have to do a sample because I have yet used the word best. And I don't want to make a mess and ruin my card. So let's just grab something underneath. And we'll grab our block, our dirty block. Okay, so it's a new block, so I'm just going to rub it on my hands and get any other grime that's off of there. I'm sure you know that trick. And we got our berry burst, and I haven't used this in a while, so I always like to see how much ink comes off. Wow, that looks really good. Love it. Okay, there we go. No, not that color. Oh, what did I say? That you don't like the color. Okay, so I'm going to put best in the middle. And if you are a person or that likes to do a lot of personal writing, you may want to just leave the inside empty. So there we go. We got best. And I'm going to grab the word wishes. And maybe we'll do that one in blue. So I can kind of offset it here and then make it look like it's centered. And I'm going to do blueberry bushel. Or we could do garden green again, but I just want to add more of those bold colors in there. So let me grab a small block. Let's get this one out of the way. And I'm definitely going to have to clean that up because it's going to be a disaster if I don't. Okay, and then I'm going to just pick this up. And I'll just double check this one. Oh yeah, we're good. Ooh, that's a juicy stamp set. Juicy. Let me just check again. Let me clean that up. It's got a few bubbles, and I don't like it when there's bubbles. Okay, let me see. I haven't even looked through all my cardstock yet. Okay, we'll try that again, just because I haven't. There we go, much better. And then we're going to put that right about there off to the side of it. There, now it says best wishes. Nice and bold. That's super bright. And then, but I love it. I'm not saying it in a negative way. Saying it in a, ooh, 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 it's so awesome way. Okay, I'm going to clear that off. And we do have a little bit of light pink in there. And I thought, oh, let's just add a couple hearts in there as well. Why the heck not? So I'll grab some petunia pop to offset. And there's a couple hearts in this pack that are actually, I believe, stuck together. Yep, because there's a die that punches them both out. So that's why they're stuck together. And I'll stick this back in here and just reuse this block and pick it up. So I haven't used this one yet. So I might need to stamp off, stamp on. Yes, stamp off. And then stamp on. So I'm going to go right about there. And we have best wishes on the inside. Okay, so that's my fun. I can go on forever, but then I'll end up using the whole entire sheet just because these stamp sets are so much fun. There's so many cool things you can do here. And then I went a little die happy, so the kit for Wednesday is like, what was I thinking? Okay, anyway, that is the inside. So let's get that on there now. Close this up, make sure I still have my stuff. Oh, I did clean this, so why don't I just put that away? And then we don't have to worry. And then I'm like, where's my stamp? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now this is going to go here, and we're just going to center that. as best as we can, eyeballing it. I'm not too worried. And it's a little longer, which is fine. So put some along the edge. You don't need a lot. I have my middle initial because this glue goes a long way. I say it all the time because I watch other demonstrators and I'm like, oh my gosh, why do you use so much liquid glue? They're wasting. But hey, maybe they just want to push for the sales, whereas I'm like, efficiency. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So that's the inside. And then now we just use this to cover it up. So that should be centered as well. If we put that white piece on properly, we should be centered. And that's why I also cut the white piece a 1/4 inch shorter in case I make a little mistake and then I don't have to worry. Okay, so now we can add some adhesive here to the back. And then just fold that over. So we have no waste. You have a 6x6 that is now 3x6 2 times. And then there. So now we have a little bit sticking out, but don't worry. We'll just cut all that off after we've put this onto the card. Oh, I didn't pull that down far enough. Or I didn't pull it back far enough. Oh, it's really stuck on there now. Let's see if I can fix it. And just tuck that in nice and tight. So, yes. So we had a great time at Rainbow Stage this weekend. And did you know that the next play is Mary Poppins? So Mary Poppins is actually, my husband doesn't like plays, nor does he like singing. I managed to convince him to go to Beauty and the Beast with me, like the, you know, and it was a musical, and he looks at me and he's like, is this a musical? How many songs are they singing? And I'm like, a lot. But so yeah, he was not happy with me, but I really want to see the movie. And then, but Mary Poppins he likes. So he's like, I'll go to that one. I'm like, yes. One card has 11 pieces, not counting the card base and ribbon. One card has 11. Oh, are you talking about my card? Oh, I know which card you're talking about. But that's like the prettiest card out of all of them. At least I think it's the prettiest card. So, yeah. So anyway, if you don't buy the kit, you can join us on YouTube Live anyway and watch the show. But, oh, it is a lot. But it's so pretty. And with the ribbon, yeah. That beautiful soft ribbon. So pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna add this. Yes, I'm cutting my tear and tape with scissors because I don't like the rough ends. Not like anyone sees them. Okay, so now we can just stick this on. And if you're like me and having problems, you take your pick tool and slide it over. And then you pick this one up too and slide it over. And then you take that one as well and slide it over. There you go. So then you have those little pointies, and then you have, if it doesn't stick right, then you can pull it off. So I'm going to do mine upside down so I can see and just center it. This is where I usually pull out my Tim Holtz ruler and go, am I centered? Am I centered? But I think I can be okay. Okay. And we want to make sure we're flush. So let's make sure we're flush. So I'm just pushing on those two corners. I don't think I'm flush up there. Flip it over, make sure I'm flush, and I am. And now I can just take this and pull and stick. Pull, stick, pull. Oh, wrong way. Wrong pull way and stick. Okay, that should be pretty good. Now, like I said, you have all that there, so you could just trim that with your paper trimmer. I like to use my guillotine when I do this. And then, yeah, the card for bingo. I knew that's what you were talking about. I know I used too many pieces, but it's so pretty. Okay, there we go. I think that looks, there's still a bit there. Missed that middle. Come on, guillotine, cut for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my nail file and clean that up a bit. So good old trusty nail file. It's that little nail file I gave you. If you're at my retreat, I, like to give you little tools so that you have them in your toolkit ready to go. And a nail file is definitely something you need. So let's just make sure that looks good. I'm going to use the white side so I don't get color all over there. And then make sure I'm trimmed up well. It happens. Okay. I think I'm pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I might trim it up a bit more after. Okay. So, don't forget to like, share, comment, because then I do the draw on Wednesday, and whoever wins the draw gets the card in the action. I'll mail you the card. So I'm just trying to fix that edge because it's really driving me bonkers. And now I can see the white coming through, so there. Okay, not like anyone will know it. Okay, so then I cut a deckled circle because that is part of the global design. And so I just use the deckled circles, and I believe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth largest one. You can tell by going like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. There. 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth one. I tried using a bigger circle, but it was just too big. The next size up was just too much. So that is what's going in the middle. So that's exactly what we did here. So, except I was going to use vellum as my bottom and then put this over top. So it doesn't show up as much as that. So we can pick another color to go underneath there. But I have no idea what color to choose. So if you have an idea, then please do share. We have multiple colors in this backpack. There's blueberry bushel. We have balmy blue, berry burst, which is the color we've used already. Blueberry bushel, coastal cabana, crushed curry, daffodil delight, granny apple green, which is what we used here. Lemon lime twist, melon mambo, petunia pop, maybe pretty in pink. Pretty in pink, pumpkin pie, real red, shaded spruce, and shy shamrock. So maybe I'll grab pretty in pink because the vellum's definitely not popping up against that white. If anybody else has a different color idea, then please do share. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any small scraps anymore. So let me just grab another sheet. And it doesn't look like I have any in my pile. So in my cardstock pile. So we'll cut up another one here. And I'm still doing good for time, which is fantastic. Blueberry, because you use it on the inside. Did I use it on the inside? Oh, yeah, you're right. I did use it. Do you think that would be too dark? Or pumpkin pie? Okay, so here's blueberry. Let me know if you think it's too dark. And I'll cut up a piece of pretty in pink, and then you tell me if it's too light. And then the other one was pumpkin pie, Barb said. So that's blueberry. Here's pretty in pink. And then pumpkin pie, because we used it on the inside. Good call. And here's a piece. So that one's there. I'm kind of leaning towards that pink because it makes it pop. And then here's the pumpkin pie. Did I use pumpkin pie on the inside? No, I used petunia pop on the inside. There it is. And then petunia pop was on the inside. Let's see if I have a piece of scrap, which I do. So, see, if I was smarter, I would have waited. But okay, so there's that. And then here's petunia pop. Probably too close. I'm leaning towards that pink because it's really bright in comparison. Shy Shamrock. Well, let's see what. I think that would throw it for a twist, definitely. So let me go find a piece in my scraps. Oh, here's one. So here is Shy Shamrock. Sort of a color in there. There you go. Yeah, I think it's the Shy Shamrock are pretty in pink, definitely. So if we wanted to make it more feminine, I think pretty in pink. And Kathy says pretty in pink. So she just popped up. So I think I will agree with you there and use that one because this just blends way too much. It would work great if you had a colored circle. So I could have did that too, was I could have did a colored circle instead of a white circle, but I wanted it to really pop. So let's do that, which means I need to die cut this again. And so just give me a second while I pull this out, and I won't bring my big boss back in. I'll just go do that right behind me real quick and cut that out. So we got that going. It should fit. I'm just going to add some tape to it just in case I fall off because the F is just hanging on there. So I'm going to go like that. Excellent. Now just give us a little bit of pop on there. And I don't, this one here, because it is the shadow piece, it will now give us that eye, that little dot on the eye there. And that'll fit there with this. Excellent. Okay, so now let's do that first, because I did that first, so I kind of knew where to stamp my happy birthday. So we'll peel this off again. See if I can do it with my fingers without the take a picture. Hey, not bad, not bad. So did everyone enjoy the humid weather? You know, I don't want to complain because we've had nothing but rain. Oh, and I did have to drive in the storm this morning to get to work. But it was hot. Do you ever notice, for all you Manitobans, that whenever it's Folk Fest weekend, we get humid weather. Hot, hot, hot and humid. Or the opposite, a big ass storm. So, I don't know. It's always the case. And I'm so excited to bring Medieval Festival back as well. So fun. So many fun things. And Folklorama starting up. Whew, life is so busy. So there you go. Okay, so now I've got Happy Birthday here. And I got it on a block. So I'm going to bring in my berry burst. And I should be good because this is pretty good. And I already lost where I put my foam mat. So, ta-da, no surprise there. It's somewhere here and I can't find it. So, let's put happy birthday. So, I'll use my friend here as a guide as to where I want that. And then I'll know where to stamp. And hopefully, I stamp okay. So, the nice thing is this is a circle. So, if I stamped crooked, I can just turn it. So there you go. Happy birthday, friend. Excelente. Okay, so now that's ready to get added, except we still need some more scrap. And that is because I put a couple wingy wings because I felt like it was missing something. And I tried to use ribbon underneath and it just didn't look good. I mean, I tried to put ribbon on the ends and it kind of looked funny. So then I thought, okay, what else can I do? And so there's this cool die here that has like the swipies on it. So I use that to add my two tails on there just to bring it out and do something different. So I tried to use the ribbon. See, let's see. See, I even have a strip here and put it around, but you also have to realize you have to see it on the other side. So then I tried to do a knot, although I didn't try doing a knot on this side. I tried doing it on that side and it didn't turn out. Let me see. Let's try again. You never know. And it just looked too bulky. See if I can make it less bulky. I don't know if there's such a thing. Not too sure. So my kids, both kids, made it to the through the Manitoba tryouts, and they're playing in Manitoba Games, which is sponsored by the Manitoba Soccer Association in Dauphin. I was super excited because I thought it was going to be a week-long thing. And then I found out, nope, they're only actually playing for 3 days. So my excitement of getting the whole house to myself for a week has now been kiboshed. It's only a few days. Okay, so what do you think? I think the ribbon can work. It adds just a little oomph, but again, you don't really see it. You know what I mean? But I could do tails on this side. Let's see. If I can get rid of this messy knot, I think it'll work. I think the knot is just too thick. So let's try it. It's all about creativity and going rogue. So we'll go, I'm going to put a mini glue dot to hold that knot in place. And we don't want to pull too hard because otherwise we'll rip our designer series paper. Then it'll be under and it might not be so bad. And we will have a little bit of a wing on that end. Okay, that might not be too bad, and then we're not having to die cut. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the die cut, by the way. It's cute. So one of the cards actually, this thing made me go cray cray and use a lot of scrap. So on one of my card designs. Oh, I didn't space that very evenly now, did I? Oh well, just add another one. Okay. Sometimes just not smart. Anyway. Oh, I already pulled the paper off that one. Ah ha ha. Okay. And we'll go like so and put happy birthday to you right there. And then our friend will go right here. See, that doesn't actually look too bad. Okay. We'll go like that. And then we'll put adhesive on the back. Now, I got to make sure I don't put too much adhesive. So the D fits in a little bit, so I may put a dot there. And then on the F. So the top part of the F and the D is where I got to focus. Because otherwise I'll get ink, or sorry, adhesive on the card. So I'll go like that, like that. These are fatter, so you don't need your fine tip. Then on that D and maybe just a little on that edge there. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Make sure that D is on there and that F is on there. And then push down to hold it. Looks good so far. Oh, I'm off to the side. Sorry about that. Looks good so far. And then we're going to grab our embellishment. I'm just going to let that dry a bit. So you can kind of see it peeping through the side. And I take your pick tool. And I use this little itty bitty ones. Oops, oops. On top of that eye. And then I'll use one big one over here, like I did on the last one, and the small one as well. And there's our 3. I love these. I have to get me more of these. I think this should be, I had it, what did I have? We used Smoky Slate and Basic Gray. I think I'm going to switch to this for this month. It's just too cute. Okay, so now we grab our ribbons, scissors. And because it's a knot, we don't need a lot. So I'm going to keep it small just to match. I'll flip that. And as well, go small. I think that's small. Yep. And we have a little bit of a twist. Okay, so 2 different styles, same design, same everything. All I did was change up the color and just a little bit of the embellishment. So let me know which one you like better. Do you like the blueberry bushel or do you like the berry burst? I'm curious to know. So let me know which one you like. And on the inside here, I left it blank. So then you have lots of room to write a message. And then here, we filled it so then that way you have less room to write a message. But again, like I said, you could double it and put a flap in here. And you can see the ribbon shining through on this side here, which is kind of nice. Here there's nothing. And they both stand up perfectly fine when you gift them, so you're still okay. I'll pull that up a bit so you got a little bit more view room. Okay, so that is Friends for Life bundle, stamp set, and dies. So let me know which one you like. Blueberry bushel or here. And if you like and share, I will do the draw on Wednesday to allow everyone to participate, and then it will go in the mail. Thank you so much for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday using the same bundle. So have a great rest of your evening, and we shall see you on Wednesday. Happy stamping. Bye. Thanks for joining.